You know, it's time for tea. Go and get tuppence and give it to me. So you can stand out in front of the row and buy a little basket of watercress. Oh, watercress. Oh, watercress. Kid, you don't know what you're asking of me, 'cause if I had tuppence, I'd give it to thee. So you could stand out in front of the row and buy a little basket of watercress. Oh, watercress. Oh, watercress. Your dad's on strike, lad, can't you see? He scarce brings home enough to feed we. And though it pains me to tell you now, you'll have to do without your watercress. Oh, watercress. Oh, watercress. So maybe he won't come back another week, 'cause until the strike's over, he better well know he won't sell too much of his watercress. Oh, watercress. Oh, watercress. Oh, he won't sell too much of his watercress. Oh, at 5 o'clock on a Sunday night, there's a man comes walking down a street. You can hear him stand out in front of the row, crying tuppence a basket for watercress. Oh, watercress. Oh, watercress. Oh, crying tuppence a basket for watercress. Oh, that was good. Yeah.
Was pleasant and delightful one midsummer's night to view the green, to view the green meadows all covered in corn. Blackbirds and thrushes sang on every green spray, and the larks they sang melodious, and the moon on the day, and the larks they sang melodious, and the larks they sang melodious, and the larks they sang melodious, at the dawning of the day. The sailor and his true love were walking one day. Said the sailor to his true love, I can no longer stay. I'm bound for the East Indies, sorry, loud to roar. You missed the roar. I must leave you lonely Nancy. You're the girl that I adore. I must leave you lonely Nancy. I must leave you lovely Nancy. I must leave you lovely Nancy. You're the girl that I adore. Then the ring from Mother Finger she instantly drew, saying, take this dearest William that my heart goes to. And as they stood embracing, tears from her eyes fell, saying, may I go along with you? Oh,
No, me love, farewell.
may I go along with you? Saying, may I go along with you? Saying, may I go along with you? Oh,
No, me love, farewell.
baby, well, there's Nancy, the longest day. This is not the way I do it either. Sorry, I'll sing this one. For the topsail is hoisted and the anchor is weighed. The ship she lies waiting for the next flying tide. And if ever I return again, I will make you my bride. And if ever I return again, and if ever I return again, and if ever I return again, I will make you my bride. Last words to make Dave happy, the way we used to sometimes sing it. And the sharks they play melodians, and the sharks they play melodians, and the sharks they play melodians, at the bottom of the bay.
Oh, thank you for keeping true to the tradition.
John, would you indulge me for one thing, just really short? No. This is a parody that was written by a fellow by the name of Britt Laskin, who most of you probably never heard of, but apart from being a Canadian Canadian guitar maker, he also played in both Garnet Rogers and Stan Rogers bands and built guitars for both Stan and Garnet Rogers. And this is now I've done all that, I've got to remember the song. Fair young lady all in the garden, trampling flower beds all the while. She completely ignores the cobblestone pathway, says I should be easy to beguile. This is the Broken Token song, right? I stepped in view saying, how do you do, love? Please tell to me your true love's name. Oh, Angus Hampsteady is my true love. Do you bring me news from the raging main? Oh, if Angus Hampsteady is your true love, who many long years has been out at sea, he has become a well-known legend. It's news of this that I bring to thee. 'Twas while the wars were cruelly waging, both sides decided to stop the tea, thinking to catch a fish for supper. Young Angus threw hook and line in the sea. He hooked a shark which pulled him over, and to the bottom he went straight down. Bones of ships tore at his body, but still our Angus would not drown. He surfaced every 20 minutes, and as he did, we had the view of bruised and bleeding poor Angus Hempstead, whose blood in profusion forth did spew. His long intestines lay beside him, his only arm, it had no hand. From where I stood, his neck appeared broken. From his nose and mouth fell lumps of sand. When she heard my story, she looked quite sickly. Her stomach, it grew pale and sore. From this I deduced that she was loyal. Says I, fair maiden, weep no more, for I am your true love, Angus Hempstead. Here is the ring that you gave to me. Through thick and thin, through fair and foul, I keep it to remind me of thee. But a ring like that I never did own, sir. 'Twas a coin that was broken twixt Angus and me. I fear you are sadly mistaken, and a bloody great twit as far as I can see. So this young couple never got married, and to the church they never did go. They never lived in a rose-covered cottage, and a cuckoo's nest he never did know.
See what you've done.
Corrupted in time.
Malcolm?
Yeah, Danny Fox is in that book. Sing this one at school. The tune that I should sing may not be the one that you may know, but please do it. May try and repeat some Daddy-O's and Dinos and that sort of thing. Danny Fox, he went out one chilly night. He prayed to the moon for to give him light. It's many a mile to go that night before he reached his town. But many a miles to go that night before he reached his town. So he grabbed the grey goose by the neck and he threw the duck across his back. If he didn't knock leg, quiddy quack, for the legs all dangling down. If he didn't knock leg, quiddy quack, for the legs all dangling down. Then old Mother Twiddle jumped out of bed. Out of the window she stuck her head, crying, John, John, now the green goose is gone, and the fox is way to the town. Great John, John, the great goose is gone, and the fox is way to the town. So then John rode up the top of the hill. He blowed his little horn both loud and shrill. Play on, Renard, with your domestic music still. First will I trot to my Dano, Dano, Dano. Play on, said Renard, with your music still, for I will trot to my Dano. Then old Daddy Fox and his couple and his wife, they cut out the goose with his carving knife. Saying I've never had such a supper in my life, and the clouds can pick on the bonzo, bonzo, bonzo. Saying I've never ever had a supper in my life, and the clouds can pick on the bonzo.
She said she didn't know any songs.
I just had to be reminded. I don't remember them off the top of my head, but I opened it up. I thought, oh yeah. Used to sing this one. Yeah, which my sister almost did. Used to sing this one years ago. I haven't sung it for a long time, and I've always sung it with like Carmel or Rashenda or people doing harmonies, so Loggie or anyone who knows.
You don't do it well with hold it against you.
Maybe do another one.
And it's an easy one. No, it's an easy one.
You keep saying that, like anxiously. It's easy.
I know, I'm not a solo singer. It's an old shape. I forgot to look at the notes, but I think it's an old shape. Brothers, now our meeting is o'er. Brothers, we must part. And if we shall never meet again, I'll keep you in my heart, and we'll stand
And if we shall never meet again, I'll keep you in my heart, and we'll stand by the shore, and we'll stand by the shore, and we'll stand by the shore, and be safe forevermore.
Dave?
We either have a Sunday one or a country one. Have we done that one?
Sunday night.
Yes, we've done it for our life.
Oh, well, there we have.
He's got words.
He's got words, yeah, he's got no memory. It's got a chorus. Lift up your hearts, Emmanuel's friends, and taste the pleasure that Jesus sends. Let nothing cause you to delay, but hasten in the good old way. For I have a sweet hope of glory in my soul. I have a sweet hope of glory in my soul. For I know I have, and I feel I have a sweet hope of glory in my soul. How a conflicts here the great day be shall not prevent our victory if we but strive and watch and pray like soldiers in the good old way. For I have a sweet hope of glory in my soul. I have a sweet hope of glory in my soul. For I know I have, and I feel I have a sweet hope of glory in my soul. Though Satan may his powers employ, happiness for to destroy, yet never fear will gain the day by marching in the good old way. For I have a sweet hope of glory in my soul. I have a sweet hope of glory in my soul. For I know I have, and I feel I have a sweet hope of glory in my soul. Ye valiant souls, for heaven contend, remember glory is at the end. Our God will wipe our spirits away when we have run the good old way. For I have a sweet hope of glory in my soul. I have a sweet hope of glory in my soul. For I know I have, and I feel I have a sweet hope of glory in my soul. And far beyond this mortal shore we meet with those that went on before, and shout to thee, day by marching in the good old way. For I know there's hope of glory in my soul. I have a sweet hope of glory in my soul. For I know I have, and I feel I have a sweet hope of glory in my soul. And I know I hope of glory in my soul. I have a sweet hope of glory in my soul. For I know I have, and I feel I have a sweet hope of glory in my soul. Sorry, I should have done the last two. You took my bloody words away. last week, so it's all right.
Hey Dave, the gospel session was at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I know.
Ross?
To hear the nightingale sing, the grandeur of the lake. Bloody nightingale.
What? Yes. I'm gonna go rest
Oh wait, you
As
took
they
it
clung to each other, they were now it says arm in arm here. Does anyone mind if I sing travelling along the road?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We
Yes, I'm afraid so. Copyright. I'm going to do it anyway. They were travelling along the road like sister and brother. They were travelling along the road till they came to a spring, and they both sat down together, loved to hear the nightingale sing. As I went a walk one morning in May, I spied a young couple who so fondly did stray. And one was a young maid, so sweet and so fair, and the other was a soldier and a brave grenadier. And they kissed so sweet and comforting as they clung to each other. They were travelling along the road like sister and brother. They were travelling along the road till they came to a stream, and they both sat down together, loved to hear the nightingale sing. From out of his knapsack he drew a fine fiddle, that's a small one, and he played her such a merry tune as you ever did hear. He played her such a merry tune that the valleys did ring. Hark, hark, cried the fair maid, hear the nightingale sing.
I always say hark, hark.
And they kissed so sweet and comforting as they clung to each other. They were travelling along the road like sister and brother. They were travelling along the road till they came to a spring, and they both sat down together, loved to hear the nightingale sing. Oh, come now, pretty fair maid, 'tis time to give o'er. Oh no, brave soldier, please play one tune more. For I'd rather hear your fiddle, just the touch of one string, and to see the fishes glide and hear the nightingale sing. And they kissed so sweet and comforting as they clung to each other. They were travelling along the road like sister and brother. They were travelling along the road till they came to a spring, and they both sat down together, loved to hear the nightingale sing. Oh soldier, will you marry me? Oh no, said the soldier, that never can be. For I have my own wife at home and children twice three, and 2 wives and the army's too many for me. And they kissed so sweet and comforting as they clung to each other. They were travelling along the road like sister and brother. They were travelling along the road till they came to a spring, and they both sat down together, loved to hear the nightingale sing. Now I'm off to India for 7 long years, drinking wines and strong whiskey instead of cool beers. And if ever I return again, it'll be in the spring, and we can both sit down together, love to hear the nightingale sing. And they kissed so sweet and comforting as they clung to each other. They were travelling along the road like sister and brother. They were travelling along the road till they came to a stream, and they both sat down together, loved to hear the nightingale sing.
Sorry, what's that song? Always gives me the creeps.
Pardon?
I think it gives me the creeps, that song.
Yeah.
It's because they're all sisterly and brotherly and bonking and trees.
Do they ever consummate or does it?
You can see all those comments. It's a Sunday.
It's bloody violins too. They go with the nightingale.
Let's do a fancy then. Let's do a Queensland.
The banjo's next.
Northern Queensland is my home, far away, far away. Northern Queensland is my home, and we're bound for Darling Harbour. Far away, far away, oh far away, you shall scroll through. We're bound for Darling Harbour. Far away, far away, far away, you Stoke-Hole crew. We're bound for Darling Harbour. It's very easy, really. Queensland mills are crashing now, far away, far away. Raw sugar stacked up to the bow, and we're bound for Darling Harbour. Far away, far away, oh far away, you Stoke-Hole crew. We're bound for Darling Harbour. Down the deep and gloomy hole, far away, far away. 1,000 tons of Bowen coal, and we're bound for Darling Harbour. Far away, far away, oh far away, you Stoke-Hole crew. We're bound for Darling Harbour. Coal burning ships have seen their day, far away, far away. Oil is here and here to stay. We're bound for Darling Harbour. Far away, far away, oh far away, you Stoke-Hole crew. We're bound for Darling Harbour. Our hearts are sad, our hearts are so far away, far away. To see old firemen left ashore, and we're bound for Darling Harbour. Far away, far away, oh far away, you Stoke-Hole crew. We're bound for Darling Harbour. Our ships will sail inland one day, far away, far away. To float the nation's goods away, and we're bound for Darling Harbour. Far away, far away, oh far away, you Stoke-Hole crew. We're bound for Darling Harbour. Now fare you well and fare you well, far away, far away. Our last farewell to the Stoke-Hole hill, and we're bound for Darling Harbour. Far away, far away, oh far away, you Stoke-Hole crew, and we're bound for Darling Harbour.
Well, folks, I think that's about it. Thanks to all the singers, thanks to all the audience and chorus singers, and put in your diaries this time next year, eh?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, John. Thank you, John. Hey. Best thing I've had in years.
Tunes out, there we go.
Yeah.
Rushing across like a
When first I went a courting, I'll tell you the reason why. It was to a jolly cook whose my needs she did supply. She fed me with the best roast beef plum puddings and mince pies. And when that I had eaten, she did my want supply. She did my want supply. Well, one day when we were courting, she invited me to tea. She says, "Mistress and master out, we'll have a gay old spree." So I went to the parlour, my own true love for to please. And into one pocket she stuffed some butter, and into the other some cheese, into the other some cheese. And when I had eaten, and I could eat no more, well, Lord, to my surprise, a knock came at the door. I looked around for a hiding place for what I didn't know. And up the chimney I was forced to go, as black as any crow, as black as any crow. Well, the fire being warm, it started for to singe my knees, and then to melt me butter, likewise to toast me cheese. And every drop dropped in the fire, it caused the fire to flare. And the master looked up the chimney, he saw the devil there, he saw the devil there. So the master goes to the top of the house to drive the devil out, and then he pours cold water out what put me in a rout. So I fled from the parlour and out to the street did go, and they all cried, there goes the devil, he's black as any crow, he's black as any crow. Well, some said it was the devil, for him they didn't know well, and others said it was old Nick, for he's black as any crow. The dogs did bark, the children bawled, and the night ladies all said, oh, there goes the devil, with his butter and cheese and all. His butter and cheese and roll. Welcome to the singing session. The idea was just to give people a chance to sing in harmonies and so on. Most of you will know there is a song book that you can download. There's words in there. But you don't have to sing for that any basic traditional song. And with lots of choruses so everyone can join it. I think you've already seen that that's going to happen today. Great. Star from years past. Penny.
Oh dear. I've been contemplating which one to sing, but I think this one has got some bits you can sing along with. You'll pick it up as you go along. My Johnny was a shoemaker, and dearly he loved me. My Johnny was a shoemaker, and round his motor's feet, with tar and pitch on his thatch, and to sail across the sea, stormy sea, and to sail across the stormy sea. His jacket was a deep sky blue, and curly was his hair. His jacket was a deep sky blue. It was, I do declare, for to reef the topsails up against the mast, and to sail across the sea, stormy sea, and to sail across the stormy sea. Someday he'll be a captain bold, with a brave and a gallant crew. Someday he'll be a captain bold, with a sword and spyglass too. And when he has a gallant captain's sword, he'll come home and marry me. Marry me, he'll come home and marry me. My Johnny was a shoemaker, and clearly he loved me. My Johnny was a shoemaker, and now he's gone to sea. But when he has a gallant captain's sword, he'll come home and marry me. Marry me, he'll come home and marry me.
As you see, there's lots of harmonies going on here. It's a really good place to start singing because there's lots of support. You right? Yes. Not in.
Fire hill? If I had another leg, I would have another child. I would make the viper blade the loneliness of Piker Hill. Piker Hill and walk ashore, for you'll last forevermore. Piker Hill and walk ashore, for you'll last forevermore. And I kill the tree. They drink bumble made from gin. Dance and dance they do begin, to the tune of Elsie Harmony. Piker Hill and walk ashore, for you'll last forevermore.
fits stand well by me. Hike a hill and walk ashore, royal lads forevermore. Hike a hill and walk ashore, royal lads forevermore. Hike a hill and walk ashore, royal lads forevermore. Hike a hill and walk ashore, royal lads forevermore.
Now, you can introduce yourself if you know who you are, Ethan.
On St. Monday's day, well, I do admire Father sit me down by me neat coal fire. Then it's off to the pub for a pint or two, for a work on Monday it would never do. I can hear boys, I can hack it out, I can hear call, I can dance and shout. I can hear boys call and black and fine. I'm a collier lad working down the mine. Well, I likes me whiskey and I likes me beer. I'll drink 10 pints and I'll not feel queer. I can hold me liquor good as any man, and I'll dance and sing just as long as I can. I can hear boys, I can hack it out, I can hear call, I can dance and shout. I can hear boys call, that's black and fine. I'm a collier lad working down the line. Well, me lad's 14, he's a cracking lad. He'll be off to the pit soon, just like his dad. And when Friday comes, we'll pick up his pay, and we'll have a drink to round out the day. I can hear boys, I can hack it out, I can hear call, I can dance and shout. I can hear boys call, that's black and fine. I'm a collier lad working down the line. And when my time comes, as I know full well, I'm not going to heaven, for I'm bound for hell. And me pick and shovel, old Nick will admire and set me young coal for his old hellfire. 'Cause I can hear boys, I can hack it out, I can hear call, I can dance and shout. I can hear boys call, that's black and fine. I'm a collier lad working down the mine. I can hear boys, I can hack it out, I can hear call, I can dance and shout. I can hear boys call, that's black and fine. I'm a collier lad working down the mine.
That should have been at the general song session.
Yes. We had a special guest flown in from miles away. Sure.
Hey. Well, I looked at the weather forecast. It was raining in Mission Beach. I looked at the weather forecast and there was fine. I was hopped on an aeroplane and here I am. Okay, I'm going to do a song called Willie Old Lad, which was written by Keith Marsden. It's written in this, quite a lot of the songs in England were written in the idiot of it, so that's why I want to do this one. I first, I heard it sung by an old Somerset man once, and it's a song from a father to a daughter, and I didn't actually sing it again for about 10 years because it was so perfect when he sang it that I'll come back to it. It's called Willie Oil Lad, which was someone who used to do the oil with the cotton in the cotton mills. On Mary, oh Mary, let's what's this shit? Ah, shit, hang on.
Nearly guitar shoes.
Yes, oh Mary, lass, what's this you doing? What's this you're getting into? We're respectable folk and we're chapel. Young city lads, not for you. Your mother was always a mender. Your grandma before her was too. I started off low, but I'm head spinning now. Willie, oh, that's not for you. This is a chorus for you. And I dare say he's young. young now and handsome, and his eyes are a fine smiling blue. But he's close, and he'll always be close, lads. Young Willie, oh, that's not for you. He'll never have silk to his trousers, he'll never have jam for your bread, no £5 a week house like houses, but a back-to-back mitten instead. One good year till you're 30, then a worn-out old woman you rule, that you shook your soft head when your old father said, young Willie, oh, that's not for you. And I dare say he's young now and handsome, and his eyes are a fine smiling blue. But he's close, and he'll always be close, lads. Young Willie, oh, that's not for you. But he's 40 and fat with the boozing, and the women he's had turn away, and his money on horses is losing, and you're still the right man to pay. And it's always your fault with your nagging, and the beer makes him nasty and bad. Will you lie there and dread that he'll want you in bed? Will you still love your Willie, oh lad? Well, I dare say he's young now and handsome, and his eyes are a fine smiling blue. But he's close, and he'll always be close, lads. Young Willie, oh, that's not for you. So if you want me consent to wedding, lass, I fear you'll be waiting a while. If it's him that should meet at the altar, it won't be me on down the aisle. So cherish your grace for a while, lass, and dream silly dreams while you can. But when you've spent all your youth, you'll have long years for truth, and your man's still a Willie, oil lad. Well, I dare say he's young now and handsome, and his eyes are a fine smiling blue. But he's close, and he'll always be close, lads. Young Willie, oh, that's not for you. Willie, old lad. It's beautiful.
I stopped singing for quite a few years, and my mate that I used to sing with came and dragged me to some sessions and a party at Mulaney. Yeah, he's got a lot to answer for. And one of the groups I used to follow was
Work in progress.
Work in Progress. The Starlight Work in Progress, the only one who made it here.
Promo. We remember.
One of the
I
names.
don't know how much progress I made.
Oh,
That's it.
I come totally unprepared, and the only song I can kind of remember was a Waterston song that Work in Progress didn't do, but that I've always liked. So I'll try. I just looked up the first verse. I like to rise when the sun rises early in the morning, and I like to hear them small birds singing merrily along the lane, and hurrah for the life of a country boy, and to ramble in the new mown hay. In spring we sow and the harvest mow, and that is how the seasons round they go. But if all the times to choose I may, I go ramble in the new mown hay. 'Cause I like to rise when the sun she rises early in the morning. I like to hear them small birds singing merrily along the lane, and hurrah for the life of a country boy, and to ramble in the new mown hay.
In winter when the sky is grey, we hedged and we dipped our times away.
Summer
When the sun shines gay, we're rambling in the new mown hay. And I like to rise when the sun she rises early in the morning. I like to hear them small birds singing merrily upon the lane, and hurrah for the life of a country boy, and to ramble in the new mown hay.
Gotta get the camera on. Come on, you.
Award-winning tune.
It's clean.
There's some really good shanty singing being done. There's one session that's on the first and third Fridays at 7 o'clock in South Bay. And there's another special one at Margate at the Jumping Goats Bar, which is on the first Sunday. And it's led by this man who's going to lead off now.
Thank you very much. I met John at Shanties in town, at least I did, and I've been to the session before, so Strike the Bell is sung, as you know, to click over the shears, and we sing sea songs at our shanty session, and of course sea shanties. Up on the poop deck, walking about, there is the second mate, so steady and so stout. What he is thinking about, he only himself knows. I wish that he would hurry up and strike the bell. Strike the bell, second mate, let's go below. Looking well to windward, you can see it's gonna blow. Look at the glass, you can see that it is foul. I wish that he would hurry up and strike the bell. Down on the main deck, working at the pumps, there's the larboard watch, they're longing for their bunks. Looking out to windward, you can see there's a great swell. They're wishing that the second mate would strike the bell. Strike the bell, second mate, let's go below. Looking well to windward, you can see it's gonna blow. Look at the glass, you can see that it is foul. I wish that he would hurry up and strike the bell. Forward in the forecastle, keep and sharp look out. There stands Johnny now, waiting for the shout. Lights are burning bright, sir, and everything is well. He's wishing that the second mate would strike the bell. Strike the bell, second mate, let's go below. Looking well to windward, you can see it's gonna blow. Look at the glass, you can see that it is foul. I wish that they would hurry up and strike the bell. Off at the wheelhouse, Port Anderson he stands. There is with the helm in frostbitten hands, looking at the compass, so the course is clear as how. And wishing that the second mate would strike the bell. Strike the bell, second mate, let's go below. Looking well to windward, you can see it's gonna blow. Look at the glass, you can see that it is foul. I wish that you would hurry up and strike the bell. Up on the quarter deck, our gallant captain stands. He's looking at the windward, spyglass in his hand. And what he is thinking on, he knows very well. He's thinking that of shortening sail and striking the bell. Strike the bell, second mate, let's go below. Looking well to windward, you can see it's gonna blow. Look at the glass, you can see that it is foul. I wish that he would hurry up and strike the bell again. Strike the bell, second mate, let's go below. Looking well to windward, you can see it's gonna blow. Look at the glass, you can see that it is foul. I wish that you would hurry up and strike the bell.
Actually, yeah, that song Ring of
lapel watchman has been used for all sorts of things, including protest songs. See how the cops run 8, 9, 10. Nickland's gallant heroes, but none of the men. They quickly seize the youth and they knock him to the ground, and with strangleholds and kicks and blows they take him to the pound.
Nicholas, going back a bit there.
Yeah.
1960s.
He's probably turning in his grave.
Red Hill occasionally turns out a singer, just the odd one. Today,
It turns out a lot of ones.
What are the odd ones?
Look at the mirror, Rod.
I'm getting older by the minute.
But I sing it.
You have sung there. We have witnesses.
That was lovely.
If you film that, did you?
Dennis might have. I would guarantee it.
Lowlands, lowlands away, my John, I dreamed a dream the other night. Lowlands, my lowlands away, I dreamed I saw my own true love. Lowlands, lowlands away, my John, I dreamed I saw my own true love. Lowlands, my lowlands away, green and wet with wind so cold. Lowlands, lowlands away, my John, green and wet with wind so cold. Lowlands, my lowlands away, I'll cut away my bonny hair. Lowlands, lowlands away, my John, for no other man shall think me fair. Lowlands, my lowlands away, all my love lies drowned in the windy lowland. Lowlands, lowlands away, my John, all my love lies drowned in the windy lowlands. Lowlands, my lowlands away, I dreamed a dream the other night. Lowlands, lowlands away, my John, I dreamed a dream the other night. Lowlands, my lowlands away.
and the fabulous Alex Robinson.
No, that comes to get some.
Oh, what you'll do is
That's it, yeah. Well, about the time, I'd probably prefer to sing something different, but we need something in the chorus, I guess, so. Oh, summertimes, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme, all the flowers are perfuming. Where you go, lassie, go, and we'll all go together to pull wild mountain thyme, all around the blooming heather. Where you go, lassie, go, I will build my love a bower by yon clear crystal fountain, and on it I will plant all the flowers of the mountain. Where you go, lassie, go, and we'll all go together to pull wild mountain thyme, all around the blooming heather. Where you go, lassie, go, I will roam the mountains wide and the dark lanes dreary, and bring back all I find to the arms of my dearie. Where you go, lassie, go, and
got a lunch order in because it's tatties and herring.
Fabulous songs. And also it was very exciting. So when the hunt went by with the hounds and the horses and everybody in their pinks and all the town or the village folk would sort of drop what they were doing and follow the hunt. They would run, drop whatever they were doing. It wasn't important. Go for the excitement. This is called the Fox Jumps Over the Parson's Gate. Woohoo! Do you know it?
Yes, we do.
Well done. If you've got any more verses, just add them when I stop because I only know them. And it is very easy, very repetitious. I sing first line, you repeat it. So it's the huntsman blows his horn in the morn as folks goes hunting, no you. The huntsman blows his horn in the morn as folks goes hunting, no. As folks goes hunting, no. As folks goes hunting, no. Tally ho, you do the tally ho. And then the last bit is, but all my fancy blows upon Nancy, so I'll cry tally ho, do it again. The huntsman blows his horn in the morn when folks goes hunting, no. The huntsman blows his horn in the morn when folks goes hunting, no. When folks goes hunting, no. When folks goes hunting, no. Tally ho, tally ho. But all my fancy blows upon Nancy, so I'll cry tally ho. The fox jumps over the parson's gate and the hounds all after him go. The fox jumps over the parson's gate and the hounds all after him go. The hounds all after him go. The hounds all after him go. Hey-ho, hey-ho. But all my fancy blows on Nancy, so I'll cry tally ho. The parson had a pair to wethers, the hounds came full in view. The parson had a pair to wethers, the hounds came full in view. As the hounds came full in view, the hounds came full in view. Tally ho, tally ho. But all my fancy blows on Nancy, so I'll cry tally ho. He tossed his surplice over his head, he bid them all adieu. He tossed his surplice over his head, he bid them all adieu. And he bid them all adieu, he bid them all adieu. Tally ho, tally ho. But all my fancy blows on Nancy, so I'll cry tally ho. You got any more verses than that? The huntsman blows his horn in the morn, as folks goes hunting, no. The huntsman blows his horn in the morn, as folks goes hunting, no. As folks goes hunting, no. As folks goes hunting, no. Tally ho, tally ho. So all my fancy blows upon Nancy, so I'll cry tally ho.
One of the very first folk albums I bought was Peter Bellamy's The Fox Jumps Over the Parson's Gate. About 4 NEURUMCREEKs ago, I was wandering around trying to find people to sing with and came across Evan and Dave and they had started singing and I was very slow to get it because it was about halfway through the first line that I joined in and we kept on going, but then he went stop. Yeah, it's no bloody good. Anyway, so he's going to sing today. He's taken it from a book there called Yeah, I'm Bloody Slack.
Oh, yes. I was going to sing a song, but I changed my mind. This isn't this isn't trap, but it's bloody good. So, Butler, Sarby, oh, how does that go?
Yeah, that's nice.
Oh no.
We always start Randall Lowe with some music from the Morris Dancers next door and it can be a
Butler's Derby Bridge, we're fought on the 44th of March. The King Cross Fusiliers turned out, the Master's skippers sarge. They marched as far as Bolton Brow, but the enemy hove in sight. A
And they called us generals, nasty names, and challenged us to fight. Chorus! We were amongst them. We were amongst them. We slished and we slashed and we sword and we slew to the air for miles around. We're blue for an hour and a quarter. We held on forward vain. There were only 2 were left that day, and we were amongst them. At break of day down Copley Way, we marched to fight the foe. Our good scout Willie Higgins come and tell the tale of woe. He said the enemy had advanced, so we retired pell-mell. They shouted to surrender, but we shouted, go to hell! We were amongst them. We were amongst them. We slished and we slashed and we slaughtered and we slew to the air for miles around. We're blue for an hour and a quarter. We held that forward bay. There were only 2 left that day, and we were amongst them. The enemy then retired into the wilds of Shipton Glen. The switchback were invaded by 100,000 men. They hung their wounded out to fly across dry and aerial flight, and they stuffed their guns with monkey nuts and challenged us to fight. We were amongst them. We were amongst them. We slished and we slashed and we slaughtered and we slew to the air for miles around. We're blue for an hour and a quarter. We held our forward bay. There were only 2 left that day, and we were amongst them. We chased the enemy round the town till the stockings all fell down. From Catherine's Slack to Bolton Brow and in around the town. We came across a public house and there we raised a cheer. For in the cellar we did find 100 casks of beer. We were amongst them. We were amongst them. We slaughtered and we held that beer away, and there were only 2 carried on that day, and we were amongst them. Apologies to any Yorkshiremen.
I'm sorry, you should never apologise to Yorkshire.
No. It's just a raucous bastard.
A lady with many talents, recording artist, star and co-soul saver. Mary McGill.
I think I've got some voice left. I'm going to sing one that I'm going to try and sing over that. Not sure about it. It's called The Devil's in the Women.
I like this
And
one.
basically the same song as Whiskey in a Jar, but it's a totally different version. I learned it from Martin Carvey in 1974 at a festival. Wrong Yard.
Which they're having this week. Everyone's very excited. They're going from
The chorus goes, the devil's in the women, so they say, how the devil cannot fail, let it be. I'm just going to try and get the key. As Lovell was a climbing out of the steam mountains, to merchants, and money they were counting. He drew both his pistol, he's never gave them warning. He's robbed them of their money and he's made them both good morning. Oh, the devil's in the women, so they say. How the devil can have let him bleed. He's come into a public house and counted out his money. He's called to the landlady to send him pretty Polly. And as they were a-talking and a-thinking on the matter, she drew both his pistols and she filled them up with water. Oh, the devil's in the women, so they say. How the devil can a fella let him be. Now as Lovell and the Polly were a-taking their sweet pleasure, in came the trooper saying, Lovell, you must leave her. For a long time you have ridden on the road up to the gallows. So come along with me, young man, be a decent fellow. Oh, the devil's in the women, so they say. How the devil can a fella let him bleed. He's drew both his pistols, but they wouldn't strip the water. They beat him, they battered him, they gave to him no quarter. And Polly, she cried, if I'd known they were coming, I'd fought him like a tiger, love, although I am a woman. Oh, the devil's in the women, so they say. How the devil can a fella let him be? Well, I have two brothers, and they're in the Marines. There's one of them in Chatham, and the other's on the sea. But they're brisk and lively, they're the champions of folly. But rather they would be with me than you, Lion Molly. Oh, the devil's in the women, so they say. How the devil can a fella let him be? Now the lover was a climbing up the old gallows ladder. He's called out for his highway cap and feathers, and I've always been a lively lad, and I've never murdered any. I think it's bloody hard to swing for a living a bit of money. Oh, the devil's in the women, so they say. How the devil can a fella let him be?
What we were talking just about, that the people have big repertoires and they keep on bringing out things, and next thing so often brings out songs that have been in for a long time. Ross Roach, and he also a Civil War man, which means he's very polite.
Civil War? And it's an Australian adaptation of an English song, and it's notable because it's the directions to a place, or it incorporates the directions to a place. And if I can just think of the tune. Farewell and adieu to you Brisbane ladies, farewell and adieu to the girls of Toowong. For we've sold all our cattle and cannot now linger, but we hope we will see you again before long. And we'll rant and we'll roar like true Queensland drovers. We'll rant and we'll roar as onwards we push, until we return to the Orgafell station, for it's flaming dry going through the old Queensland bush. The first camp we make, we call it the Quart Pot, Caboolture and Kilcoy, then Collington's Heart. We'll pull up at the Stonehouse, Bob Williamson's paddock, and early next morning we'll cross the Black Barn. And we'll rant and we'll roar like true Queensland drovers. We'll rant and we'll roar as onwards we push, until we return to the Orgafell station, for it's flaming dry going through the old Queensland bush. Then on to Romeo and NEURUMCREEK, lads, it's there we will make our next stop for the day, where the water and grass are both plenty and sweet, lads, and maybe we'll butcher a fat little stray. And we'll rant and we'll roar like true Queensland drovers. We'll rant and we'll roar as onwards we push, until we return to the Orgafell station, for it's flaming dry going through the old Queensland bush. Then on to Nanango, that hard-bitten township, where out-of-work station hands sit in the dust, and the shearers get shorn by old Tim's the contractor. Well, I wouldn't go near there, but I flamin' well must. And we'll rant and we'll roar like true Queensland drovers. We'll rant and we'll roar as onwards we push, until we return to the Orgafell station, for it's flaming dry going through the old Queensland bush. The girls of Chamancy, they are so entrancing, those bawling young heifers are out for their fun, with the waltz and the polka and all kinds of dancing to the rackety old banjo of Henry Gunn. And we'll rant and we'll roar like true Queensland drovers. We'll rant and we'll roar as onward Fill up your glasses, we'll drink to the lasses. We'll drink this town dry and farewell to them all. And when we return from the Orgavilla station, we'll always be willing to pay you a call. And we'll rant and we'll roar like true Queensland drovers. We'll rant and we'll roar as onwards we push, until we return to the Orgavilla station, or it's Wayman dry going through the old Queensland bush.
And you know, if you look for Clemency on the map, it doesn't exist.
Surely there must be a few
Neither did Orgavilla Station, and Orgavilla's nowhere near the old stop route. They were all invented by Bert Lloyd.
Oh, and you might wonder why it starts off. Farewell and adieu to you, Brisbane ladies. Farewell and adieu to you bells of Toowong. Because Toowong was the cattle sale yard. Right where the Toowong shopping centre stands used to be the cattle sales yard, and all the bells in Toowong had little red lights along the Shirley Road.
And if you look at Toowong, and the sheep used to go there, turning to find streets like Wall Street, which tells you where the
That was a bit before Nicholas.
Oh, probably. Because when I first came to Brisbane in the 1960s, that site where the Toowong shopping centre now stands for the sawmill. And they were part of the Fat Finlayson family when you were over in Brisbane. And used to host Folk Lane.
The very first meal
think Mary
I came to, I heard this voice across the hall out of the Now, that's someone I want to sing with. At every Neuro festival, I've stalked her and so I can sing next to her. And then she bloody went to England, so I had to start these sessions to get someone to come and sing. The fabulous Molly Martin.
I don't know why, but June Nicholas is my head today. Absolutely no particular reason. She's not been in my head. So we have to go. Come with us, bright and jolly, drive away, melancholy. Is the sea, the tunes and it is a folly. When we live together, let union be in all our homes. For to join all our hearts in one, we'll end the day as we began. We'll end it all in pleasure. Right for roll to Rolio, right for roll to Rolio, right for roll to Rolio. When we meet together, Solomon sits in all his glory, tells us quite a different story, tells us to be good and holy. When we meet together, let union be in our homes. For to join all our homes is one. We'll end the day as we begun. We'll end it all in pleasure. Right for a run to run.
we've been around. Is there anyone who hasn't sung who wants to lead something? No? Okay, well, you get the worst punishment of all, I don't know what. I got told there was going to be a revolution because the songbook had too many child ballads and too many common songs on it.
It's true.
There was only one child ballad, wasn't it? But anyway, this is a child ballad.
No child ballads. Sing proper songs.
Child ballad. It comes from the Elliott family of Berkeley, and you're going to sing it. I'm just going to tell you the words. There were two crows sat on a tree, and they were black as crows could be. Sing, brethren, sing. There were two crows sat on a tree, and they were black as crows could be. And they were black as crows could be. They flew away across a plain and found a sheep that had been slain. Sing, brethren, sing. They flew away across a plain and found a sheep that had been slain. And found a sheep that had been slain. They sat upon its fleecy hump and pick the maggots off its rump. Sing, brethren, sing. They sat upon its fleecy rump and picked the maggots off its rump. And picked the maggots off its rump. They sat upon its crooked horn and pecked its eyes out one by one. Sing, brethren, sing. They sat upon its fleecy horn and pecked its eyes out one by one. And pecked its eyes out one by one. And the moral of this little lay is get your mutton where you may. Sing, brethren, sing. The moral of this little lay is get your mutton where you may. Is get your mutton where you may. A sensitivity you shouldn't have given that song.
God, that's a stupid song.